guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Charisma. To all my new KEESHON members, welcome to the family. Let's jump right into this review. Okay, y'all, so we're back with another wig review. Today we're talking about the highly anticipated Sensational Bare Luxe Glueless Lace Wig 13x6 unit number 2. I have her on the card number 1. You pick this up over at hairsoflyshop.com for $52.59. Going to be linking it in the bottom box below. But let's just go ahead and get into it, girls, because this thing was highly anticipated. But let me show y'all the box. Let me show y'all the box this thing came in. Isn't this cute? Now, why did I think this was 2 butts? I thought this was 2 butt cheeks. What is wrong with me? I am just pure trash. Anyways, I love how this came packaged. It was packaged beautifully. It came in this little box. It was like packaged with this little paper. I was like, okay, I see y'all, Sensationnel. And then like on the back, it gives you an entire, you know, synopsis of the unit itself. So I've had this since last week, and other wig bays had it too, and I was asking them like, how was the lace? What do you guys think? So we are definitely going to be getting into it, girl. We definitely getting into it, but let's just go ahead and get into the stats. So this comes with your standard 2 combs in the front, 1 comb in the back with your adjustable straps, extra transparent Bare Luxe lace, 20% larger grid, undetectable clean pre-plucked hairline with baby hairs, true glueless breathable mesh cap with wig band and silicone lining for secure installs, 13x6 lace area, 100% hand tie for a more realistic look, multi-parting, dissipates light for a non-reflective matte finish, stronger reinforced tear-resistant lace material. This is going to be heat-resistant, fiber-safe up to 350 degrees. The style is curly, the cut's layered, and the length on Miss Unit 2 is 25 inches long. So let's just go ahead and get into it, girl. Let's go ahead and get into it, girl. We gotta talk. Let me turn my light up a little bit, girl. That's better. Okay. So I definitely wanted to try out the curly one first because my hair texture is curly. So I'm like, okay, let me try out the curly one first as opposed to that bob, because I really wanted to see how it would look as a natural look on me first. And I knew I wanted to review this in black because of the lace. I was scared to death of the lace. So speaking of the lace, well, let's get into that later. Let's talk about the density first. So the density on this, it's okay, but it is a bit thin. I was really hoping for more density on this since it was a curly unit. I mean, you can't really tell that it's too thin because it's curly, but I do feel tracks going through the entire unit, especially here at the back. So it really needed to be a little bit thicker. The texture on this is going to be a really soft, light, yaki texture. It's very soft. It's a very soft, light, yaki texture. A little bit too light if you ask me. It's just a little bit too light, but like I said, I think the density and the texture together, it just could have been a little bit thicker for my liking because it is a bit too thin. I do love the fact that this is only 25 inches long. That's great. Doesn't bother me at all, but if it was longer, it would have been cool with me because y'all know I love me a good, long, curly, thick unit. Okay, ma'am? So yeah, I'm not really too upset about the texture or the density. Just wish it was a bit, you know, thicker. It's definitely going to be big head girl friendly. They do have that strap back there, that adjustable band that you can adjust. So it's going to be big head girl friendly. I do have a smaller size peanut head, and I am utilizing that strap as well. And I'm also utilizing the combs due to the lace, and we're about to go ahead and get into that now. So this is going to be a 13x6 frontal. Well, no, not 13x6. Yeah, 13x6 frontal. You guys already know what time it is. You got 6 in the back, 13 across, parting space to do your judge, your up downs, your ponytails, your right, left parts, your middle parts, whatever you want to do. Now on the stock part, she is in a middle part and she's also braided up. So I definitely knew I wanted to make this a right side part. It looked great as a middle part, but you know, I just wanted to add a little pizzazz, girl. So as far as this lace is concerned, the Bare Luxe lace is extremely thin. When I say thin, I mean thin. And it does, when you put your hand up to it, your skin tone, I mean, it does pretty much blend into it. But wig caps, beware. Now, thank God I got this in the color number 1. First, I put this on with a black wig cap, and you could see right through it. You could see where the wig cap stopped and the lace started, and that was kind of, you know, putting me on edge a bit because I'm like, okay, we can't have that. So let me go get a lighter, you know, let me get a lighter color wig cap. That also was a disaster. I was like, okay, I can't do that. So what I did was I went in with just my regular dark brown wig cap and I slid it back as far as I could to make sure my hair was still covered up and nice and flat. And when you do that, the lace just blended. It just blended to my like scalp after I did that. So I was okay with it, but you know, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing with the lace being that thin and that transparent. I mean, it says here that it's transparent, it's barely visible, which they're telling the truth. It is barely visible. But if I were to get like a lighter colored wig, you know, maybe like a number 2 or a, you know, another color that has like the highlight here, like let's say secret highlight berry or the secret highlight buttery blonde, I'm definitely going to have to slide that wig cap back because you definitely can see where it starts and where it stops. I don't know if it's because I got just the number 1, but then I was thinking if I would have got that ash brown, I might have been just screwed, you know, like really screwed unless I would have just slid it back. So keep that in mind when buying this, but the lace is lacing. Oh, the lace is lacing, honey buns. Oh my God, this lace is perfection. Do you guys understand me? We go get into the install in a minute, but the lace is absolute perfection. I'm not mad at Sensational with this at all. You can definitely tell the difference between like transparent lace and the bare Luxe lace. Like here it says with the transparent lace is a smaller grid pattern, thicker lace design, it shows more lace than skin, and that's not what you want. So over here with the bare Luxe, it says 20% larger grid, 40% thinner lace, shows more skin compared to generic lace, and it's a stronger reinforced tear resistant lace fiber. So let me tell y'all, that's another thing I was scared of. It was so thin, I thought it was gonna tear. Okay, so I was telling one of my wig babes on DM, like, girl, I think it's gonna tear. But it's not. It's very strong. It just looks so thin, I thought it was just going to tear. So let's just go ahead and get into the install with this. So, of course, it did take me a while longer because I wanted to make sure that I got this right. But now that I got it down pat, I won't be in the mirror no longer than 10 minutes with this thing. But I went ahead and cut off the lace. I didn't cut all of it though. I didn't cut too much. I just cut enough to where I could just kind of, you know, not, because y'all know I'm not into gluing units. I'm not into none of that. I don't want to do this. And this is, you know, marketed as a glueless lace unit. But you can go in with mousse or whatnot and kind of just lay her down, you know, if you want to for that melt. But once I did that and cut the lace, I did go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzing powder under the lace because I wanted to blend because the lace is a bit light. So I wanted it to blend and that came out beautifully. And then I went ahead and adjusted her to my head. I did utilize the combs because it was, as far as the lace, it was a little bit loose. So I'm like, okay, let me just utilize one comb over here so I can swoop this in the back. Being that my hair texture is, you know, similar to this hair texture, it was really easy for me to install the unit. So the first thing I did was I went in with just a little bit of my glue, just a tiny bit, just like maybe even a pea size, and I glued it right there at the forehead area there. And then I just took my mousse, kind of slicked it down a bit. I also went in with some with a wax stick, and I also went in with my edge control, and I was just swooping and brushing and swooping and brushing, and then I was spraying to about 1999 because you know me, I want that to stay. Okay, I want it to stay, girl. So that's pretty much all I did. And I mean, if you really look at it, look how it melted. I mean, like I said, I didn't even really need to, you know, you don't need to use no blow dryers, none of that. None of that. You don't need to wrap it and lay it down. Ma'am, I'm telling y'all, all I put in this was some dang mousse and some hairspray and a little bit of edge control with my little brush. And I was good to go. I was Gucci, okay? This looks so realistic. I mean, you would have to literally be up in my face to see where that lace starts and stops. I'm just astonished. I'm astonished. I absolutely am astonished. And of course, I don't have this side glued down because for why? Like, come on, it's covering it. But even the side over here, I mean, ma'am, Look at that, right? So let's just go ahead and get into the pros and cons of Miss Unit 2. Let's start with the cons first. So with Unit 2, like I said before, the density is a bit thin, really needed to be a bit thicker, especially the fact that this is a curly unit. I really wanted it to be a thicker unit. As far as the texture, for me, it was okay. I didn't need it to be a super heavy, yucky texture. You don't want that with curly wigs, right? So the texture was okay, I guess. It was really soft. You know, my hands were going right through her. As far as shading and tangling, you're definitely going to get both. It's a curly unit, but I wasn't getting too much right off the package, you guys. Now, the pros are definitely going to outweigh the cons. So with the pros, the lace is definitely lacing. The only thing for me, this is not a con. I'm not going to put this in the con list. That the lace is super thin, okay? And it's very transparent. So just be careful with your wig caps because you don't want that lace to show where that wig cap starts and stops. That's the only thing. Other than that, the wig is perfect. It looked exactly how it looked on the stock card. I think that the price point on this is great at $52. I believe it's like $45 on other websites. But even if it was priced at $60, I would be okay with that because it literally does what it says. All the claims that they claiming is some real, okay? It's not, they not BSing. Like everything they claim is definitely in this wig. So you're definitely going to get your money's worth with the unit. So all around, I'm definitely going to recommend this. I think Sensationnel did the dang thing. I love where they are going with their direction with these newer units. Ma'am, I'm telling you, you couldn't pay me to wear a human hair wig. You cannot pay me. Well, let me stop lying because baby, if you watching, you can pay me to review one, okay? But I'm not ever buying one when all these synthetic wigs is out here and they look dang near like human hair wigs. So yeah, run, don't walk over to hairsupplyshop.com and pick this up. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Share my video across social media as well. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at latesha-kharizma76 for more hair and beauty related content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to leave comments down below and let me know what you think. Bye.